What's going on, guys? Dan here, Streetcar Shenanigans. Obviously, we're not in our typical garage. This is actually my garage at my house. Where used to is Nick's garage, which is much larger than this. This is, you know, full of all my Cobra parts, but oh well. And other miscellaneous tires and some parts from the current project. This is a 2007 Gen 1 CTS-V. You might have seen it on our Instagram probably once. It's lowered quite a bit. It's got a full stereo system. It's got a catback exhaust from GM Performance, LS2 car. That's about it. It's pretty much stock. And then the owner complained about it overheating. And going through it all, I found a lovely issue. So what I found was that the water pump is leaking, which is just lovely. So gonna have to take this front of the engine apart a little bit so I can access that down in there. Can't really see it. And while I'm at it, I'm going to be replacing the belt and changing the thermostat to a 160-degree thermostat. Hopefully should run a little bit cooler. Probably eventually get a tune to even help the fans a little more. Forgot to mention this also does have drive shaft half shafts, because when we first got it, he blew the half shafts out of it a couple times. So we replaced that prior to this whole YouTube. So we're now starting to document everything and see our fun progress as we go through it. So as I was saying, this is LS2. It's got Corvette plastic valve covers. Other than that, it's pretty much stock. It's got a little tune to go with the catback. This makes, I think it was like 405 to the crank, I assume. So, yeah, so we'll get right to it. Well, there you go. As you can see, she's leaking quite a bit. There's one side. Can't really see as much on this side, but it is a little wet under there. So we are gonna start the fun project of emptying all the coolant onto the ground. So, join the radiator, and look who showed up. We got the new guy over here. Well, you know, new guy. You've seen him in the Cobra video. It's Mikey.
This car.
We have started to drain the coolant, obviously, from the radiator. All the water pump bolts are, I think, off. Belt is off. And we should be pulling the water pump here shortly as we wait for all the coolant to drain out. I want to say I apologize for the video. The quality's there. I'm filming on my iPhone 8 Plus.
Yeah, it's user error.
And obviously the zoom is a little much. I'm not used to it. Seeing we don't have our typical
Can't you zoom out?
video apparatuses that we normally record with. But as you can see, we have gotten a little further. Michael just opened up the thermostat housing and spewed coolant all over my garage floor. So that should be fun. Nice big old puddle all over there. But water pump's coming off. So success there. Oh, got the water pump off. Throttle body had to come off just for clearance. As you can see, look at all of that. It was definitely the water pump that was leaking. So, yes, obviously there's fluid from pulling it off, but that was all caked on from driving with it constantly leaking. And the owner let it get pretty hot. And, yeah. So
Let's hope we didn't pop a head gasket.
Yeah. And here is the culprit. Water pump is out. Getting a new one of those, like I said. New belt and new 160-degree thermostat, like I mentioned before.
Oh, you're bringing it down.
We are gonna, I think that's it for the night. That's all I want to do. So we're gonna back the car up, well, push it back and clean the floor. and then push her back in for the night, and that's about it. Well, as I said, we're done for the night. We just had to flush the whole coolant system. You know, get it little backyard flush, run it clean, get rid of all the old stuff. Here's some of it that we captured, and the rest of it is also dealt with eco-friendly. Don't you worry. So
Yeah, environmentally responsible.
as you can see, it's a little dark right now, but lights are all off. We're gonna push it back in the garage in a sec. Throttle body's still off because obviously can't get the new water pump on with throttle body on, so it's gonna stay off for now. So got a successful disassembly and coolant flush because he also complained that his heat didn't work. So hopefully flushing the heater core will help that. And yeah, so you guys have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Again, working on the CTS-V tonight. Gonna get it all back together and running. So all new parts came in, obviously. New belt, water pump, 160 degree thermostat, which I swapped over already, put in the thermostat housing, took out the other one. It comes with like a 187. Swapped the tensioner off the old water pump. Clean the surfaces on the block to accept the new gaskets. And then I'm gonna flush the system. Well, fill it, then flush it, and make sure it's all clean, flush it again. Then she should be ready to go. Update you again shortly. Oh, there she is. All back together, new water pump on. Connected most of the hoses, just gotta put the intake back on and connect the lower radiator hose, and then she's ready to fill and then flush. So, gonna keep going at it. These bugs are absolutely horrendous. I've been bitten over a dozen times and it really sucks. It's about 91 degrees and it's pitch black out, which just adds to this. If you can notice, my car is finally back home. Glad to see that, but yeah, so finish cranking on this and hopefully we'll get her started soon. Got it running, still working. Fluid's going through, no issues here. A little bit of loose hose before, so she was spitting a little bit. Temperature's all right for now. Came down a little bit before, so thermostat opened up, so that's good to see. So, the CTS-V, I have filled the coolant, ran a little bit. She seems to hold temperature just right, so I'm going to empty everything out and refill it with distilled and Dexcool. So she should be nice and good for the owner. Hopefully he'll be happy with it. I wouldn't see why not. 90-degree day today. Humidity is probably 100%, but sun went down luckily for a little bit. And she is running. Holding temp well. So, all done. Just gotta put the lower plastic cover on over there, and she'll be good to go. So, that'll wrap up the CTS-V water pump replacement. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. See you guys later.